Welcome back, traders. I'm super excited about this case study. I've been implementing a few different things to my trading style. You guys have seen the work that I've done. You guys have seen the trades that I've taken. However, I want to kind of mix things up and do kind of like a hybrid. I'm going to be sharing with you guys this amazing trade that I didn't take myself. However, I literally set all the parameters. I set the take profit, the entry, the stop loss, and price actually ended up going in my favor. It triggered during London session. It actually came back up to that area, and then it went exactly as expected, about 85 pips. So if you're new to trading, or maybe you're struggling, whatever the case is, I want you to know that this is a community you can count on. And with that being said, let's get started with this video. We're going to do a full dive in. All right, guys. So if you're looking to take your trading to the next level, maybe you've been struggling with your trading as a whole, or maybe you're looking to catch these sniper entries. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly how I was able to find this opportunity and literally execute on this opportunity. Unfortunately, I didn't actually set the parameters, but I set everything all in place and price went exactly as expected. So I'm gonna share with you guys this. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. With that being said, make sure you stick around also to the end, because I'm gonna share with you guys how to catch these exact sniper entries like this one before price goes in our favor. So with that being said, guys, let's just dive right in. All right, guys. So what were we looking at overall here in CAD/JPY? So one of the first things is I noticed that price had broken this low. So you can see beautiful break of structure. I have it labeled here as BOS, which is break of structure. We saw a beautiful break of structure below this previous low that we had made here. And I knew that overall, just from looking at structure, we were looking at price to continue its move down. Now we did create an equal high here. You could see here price had rejected this high now twice on the higher time frames, like the 4 hour. Now guys, this is really important because when you're starting with your trading, you need to understand that the markets will literally tell you if it comes to a certain area and it struggles to break above that area, let's say for the second or third time, that's a strong indication that most likely that's the original direction the market wants to go. So if it's rejecting, for example, this major resistance area or ceiling, that indicates to me that, hey, you know what? It's already rejected this area not only once over here, but now twice, and even the third time. So we got what rejection? We've got one rejection here. And if we look at it here, we clone this here, we have 2 rejections here. So that could be a potential double top for some. And then we have 3 rejections here. So not only did we get 3 rejections from this area on the 4 hour time frame, so obviously the higher the time frame, the more significant it is. But also we had this massive impulse to the downside, actually breaking below this low over here. So this indicated to me, hey, you know what? Price is going to give us a pullback. The question is, where is it going to pull back to? And this is where it's important, guys. So make sure you guys pay attention. And closer to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you guys exactly how to narrow this down and catch these sniper entries. Okay. And funny enough, by the way, you guys know, obviously I'm in Canada, so I usually trade New York session. I don't really trade London, but this trade actually was triggered around 4:30 a.m. around there during London session. So imagine that, falling asleep, 10 pip stop loss, and price literally just while I was sleeping went in my favor, wake up to over 70 pips in profit. And it actually ended up going over about 85 pips, which is insane. But let me know in the comments below, guys, if you guys have ever like struggled with anything like finding entries and stuff like that. But let me know in the comments below, guys, like what's your biggest struggle as a trader? Because I know a lot of you guys struggle with, some of you guys struggle with entries. So you guys struggle with understanding the direction of the market. Let me know in the comments. Stop what you're doing right now and watch, leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what's kind of your biggest hurdle, because this is going to help me understand what more content I can create for you guys and create maybe more videos like this one. This is a great case study of a trade that literally went in my favor. Unfortunately, I didn't actually take the trade myself, but I had the parameters all set up. But so let's continue. I knew that we had a break of structure. We saw price break below these lows over here, which was beautiful. And then we saw price slowly creep back up. Now, I've always said this as well, so pay attention to this. I've always said that when price gives us an impulse indicating what direction it wants to go, typically price will usually pull back to where it originally impulsed or back to a previous area of resistance or previous area of support, now retesting our resistance. Now, one thing we need to watch out for is this. I want you to pay attention to this, okay? When we have an impulse to the downside, we need to understand that there's different ways the market could pull back. The market could pull back with a more impulsive direction like this, where it kind of impulses like this, and we just see it very aggressively, okay? Or we have scenarios like this where price gives us the push down, and then it takes its time to get to this area, and then it gives us a nice push to the downside. Now, this is the most ideal scenario. We want price to do something like this. We don't want price to come up like this, where it's very aggressive and it has barely any pullback and it just impulses back up. The reason being is because this tells us the overall sentiment and the overall momentum of the market, right? And so we don't want to be looking for example, if we got a strong momentum to the downside, right? Similar to this, right? And then all of a sudden we see price start to push back up with very strong momentum. That is indicating to us that the buyers are in control here at this moment and we're not looking to sell. However, if we see a strong momentum to the downside, we see a lot of bears in control of the market, and then all of a sudden we see price struggling to push back higher. That means that the bears are still in control. They're still fighting back and forth. And that means that price is trying, but it's struggling to push higher. This indicates to me that there's a higher probability opportunity for me to start looking for potential shorts from these highs up here, right? So this is really important to understand these concepts, because a lot of traders, they see price push back up to this zone. For example, let's say this is a previous level of support, now testing it as resistance, and people start looking to potentially short this area here. But the problem is do you understand the market sentiment of the overall market? Like, do you understand what the market's trying to tell us, right? And so typically we want to be ideally looking for this as opposed to this, right? And so when I saw price here, I said, well, you know what? I want to target this area of supply up here. I don't really want to focus so much on, you know, this support area here or this support area over here, right? Or over here. I want to focus on this impulse area where we have this massive impulse to the downside. So we saw that price did push back up to this high, okay? And this is where I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to set a sell limit at these highs here, set a 10 pip stop loss, and target the lows. This is literally simple overall kind of just break and retest concept. However, most people would be looking for price to, if we go up to the higher time frames here, to retest maybe this area over here, because this was the previous level of support, retesting it here as resistance. And people would have been looking for sells, you would have been looking at price to go down further, right? But this is why it's important to understand where the initial impulse started. You can see here on the 1 hour time frame, we had this beautiful impulse to the downside from here, and then price came back up and retested this area. Now, this had already happened before price even ended up going in our favor. So when price came here, I was like, okay, you know what? Price could continue to go down further, but the original area that I'm interested in is this 1 hour back down, right? Price came up to the zone, mitigated this 1 hour supply, and we saw a capitulation to the downside. And obviously, if you look at the time zone here, this was exactly here at 10 a.m. Now, when I looked at price come back up to this area, I had, where was it here? This was 4 a.m. There we go, 4 a.m. I had the alert triggered. So I had an alert set, but I didn't have the sell limit. So I set the alert, but I didn't set the sell limit, unfortunately, and that's why I didn't take the trade. However, price ended up going in our favor. So around 4 a.m., price tried to come up to these highs. We would have woken up around 7:30, 8 a.m. We would have seen price still here. I wouldn't have taken the position, but I would have just set my sell limit at these highs at this 1 hour area of supply. If we look at it here, team, you can look, price came down, gave us a nice retest of this 1 hour supply, and we had a beautiful distribution to the downside. In fact, like I said, price ended up going well over 85 pips in our favor. And this is how we're able to understand how the market typically flows, guys, right? Let me know in the comment section if you understood that explanation. If you did, awesome. Give it a likes up, guys, a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. I do videos like this all the time. So if you're new to the way I trade, you want to learn and earn at the same time, check out my inner circle group, my VIP group. The link is in the video description below for that. Also, make sure you join our free Telegram group. The links are also below. If you're looking to start a challenge as well, guys, all the links are below for the prop firms that I'm currently working with. I work with Rocket21. I have a funded account with them, as well as the Funded Trader. If you want to start your challenge, the link is in the video description below for that, guys. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value in this video. But this was a beautiful, just look at this risk reward, guys. It's insane. Talking about 10 pips and literally targeting at about 70 pips. So this was my original target, 70 pips at this original low. We're talking about a 6.5 risk reward ratio, guys. 6, right? But yeah, great example, guys. I've got lots more videos like this. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below if you want more case study videos like this, where I dissect potential trade setups that I take or potential trade setups that I'm looking at, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you want more videos like this, guys. Thank you so much, and God bless.